Hi, and welcome to Hired, the show where I, Caitlin, try to use my self-defined methods to get a job at one of 3 companies where I'd love to work. I have 3 months worth of expenses saved up, but 12 weeks isn't much. Time is short and there's a lot of work to do, so here's how I try to get hired. I am a 23-year-old college graduate with 2 degrees, one in engineering and one in writing. For the past year, I worked at Pratt & Whitney, building and testing jet engines. However, I've always wanted to work on rocket propulsion and space vehicles. So when my boyfriend got a job in Seattle, I jumped at the opportunity to relocate to Seattle, Washington. Seattle is the place I want to be, because there are 3 companies I'd love to work at here. Number 1, Aerojet Rocketdyne. This is a huge company that makes a lot of rockets. Most space vehicles launched today will have an Aerojet or Rocketdyne motor on them, somewhere. Number 2, Blue Origin. This is a little company trying to make a cheap and safe space vehicle for getting to the upper atmosphere and beyond. Number 3, Planetary Resources. Their goal is to mine asteroids, but right now they're building a telescope for finding asteroids. These are the 3 places that I would really like to work. Because my time is short, I created a method for getting hired in hopes that I'll be more efficient. Here it is. I made it a pyramid with the goal, a job, at the top. The bottom 3 portions, update materials, network, and develop skills, are the foundations to getting a job. This is where I'm starting this week. If all goes as planned, I should move up to an interview and a job in no time. Since this is the first week, I'm just getting started. The first thing I wanted to do was update materials. So, to do that, I started with my LinkedIn profile. This wasn't too bad. The major change was switching it from employed at Pratt & Whitney to searching for new opportunities, which sounds a lot better than I need a job or I'm unemployed. That complete, I moved on to recreating my professional website. Now, I know a lot of people don't have these, but for most people, it's basically an online copy of your resume. My site, since I haven't updated it since college, was a copy of my resume with lots of extra comments. It occurred to me that no one really wants to read all that extra stuff, and I already had a pretty good resume in Word format, so I decided to take a new tack. I turned my online resume into a projects database. I created a timeline showing all my projects since I started college, for both writing and engineering. Not all of them are great. The physics of Star Wars was a fun diversion from my freshman college physics course, but I left it on there. Maybe employers will be able to see my improvement over time. This projects database took a while to make though. I created a standard summary for all the projects, uploaded a picture for each one, created links to all my PowerPoint shows and final reports, and voila! Now it's a big long list of projects. It's not the most visually pleasing thing ever. My artist friends might not like it, but it has all the content I need without being overwhelmingly wordy like my last one. So, about 8 to 10 hours later, my website is up and running. Hopefully everybody likes it. Let's see, the next step for updating my materials was scanning my Facebook and new Google Plus account. Mostly I added work experience in addition to all my pictures and things I've collected from college. I was also looking to take off anything irrelevant or anything employers wouldn't like. College photos are not always the best thing for employers to see. And that's all I've been doing to update my materials this week. So the next step in my foundation was networking. So I started contacting people. Luckily, I've already tried to get a job at both Aerojet Rocketdyne and Blue Origin, so I already know some people. I started out by asking to shadow an engineer. This seemed nicer than asking for a job, and will actually be really helpful to me. It's great to know what a work environment is like before you get there. I think these are my dream jobs, but I won't know till I get there. So I emailed my contacts at Aerojet and Blue. As of now, I've heard back from my Aerojet contact. Yay! And I'm in the process of getting a shadow scheduled. Haven't heard back from Blue yet. Planetary Resource was a whole nother game because I haven't applied. I knew no one, so it was time to work LinkedIn. I upgraded to Job Seeker Premium, so I better make good use of it. I found the president of Planetary Resources, but he didn't seem to want job inquiries according to his profile, so I found the talent miner instead and contacted him. I haven't heard back, but I have high hopes. So, looking at what I've done this week, Aerojet's in the lead for actually making progress. They emailed me back and are working to let me shadow someone for a half day. I have some progress with the other two since I at least contacted people, but I'm not getting anywhere super fast. So the final portion of my pyramid was developing my skills. So I haven't really had time to do that this week. I don't know how many of you have moved cross country to a rental home, but it's a lot of work. I've been turning piles of boxes and furniture into actual livable space. Also, I've been painting and redecorating. My boyfriend and I turned outdated pink into lovely blueness. So, that's my first week. I'm counting on having at least 12 weeks before my money runs out, so 11 to go, and we'll see where I end up. Thank you for joining me for Hired. I should have another episode posted next Monday.